we have to hold in our hearts, I want a world of peace. I want a world of community, of love, and have that energy continue to radiate out. And that way we can connect. We can all connect when our energies are resonating, the energies of love and of peace. And so it's really important not to, when possible, fall into fear and just say, that's okay, I'm fearful, but this is what I want in the world, love. And so put what's happening to the side. I know I can get sucked into YouTube, like what's happening every moment kind of thing, and then I have to turn it off and I go, nope, this is not what I want in the world. And I see myself like a big antenna, just radiating love and peace.
Hi, I'm Raschell Harlingten, and this is the Transformational Soul Talks. Join me as I speak to many people around the globe, and I understand how the empowerment of their story leads to the trajectory of their life. So join me.
This podcast is sponsored by...
Hi, I'm Misty Lee at Campground TBD and my favorite nonprofit, Hayden's Ray. Sometimes we need to fast from society, fast from our relationships, fast from our distractions, fast from the things that are clouding our mind from clarity that may be causing frustration or doubt. Fasting is a beautiful way to do that, and you don't have to give up food unless you want to. At Campground TBD, we offer a safe space in nature for you to come and fast from what you want to, be filled with organic nourishment, body, mind, and soul. Can't wait to see you here at campgroundtbd.com.
Hi, my name is Raschell, and welcome to the Transformational Soul Talks. Now, when we think about channelers, energy healers, even people who communicate with extraterrestrials, what do you think? What goes through your mind? What questions come up for you? Do you think, maybe that isn't true? Well, to think that there's nobody else out there, no other beings but us, is a little crazy. I think sometimes we have to understand that as we progress through the journey, there are people out there are beings out there that want to support us as we journey through our lives and through this moment in time. Well, my guest today is doing just that. She is a channeler, energy healer, a long-term ET connectee, born and raised in New York City. She started out in the mid-90s as a wildlife rehabilitator in Manhattan, and it was during these times that her channeling and her energy healing gifts began to evolve. Now, after the closure of the center, she continued her work with animals as an animal communicator, helping people to better understand their pets. In 2010, through a series of powerful spiritual journeys, she was led to a dimensional space that held the knowledge of the universe and was filled with countless light beings. This was where she began working with the masters of the Akashic Records. In 2013, she was contacted by an interdimensional energy beings who call themselves the Travelers. They asked her to channel their messages and healing energies for humanity. In 2017, she was led to start taking photos and videos around her property at night. And since then, she's amassed quite a collection of videos as well as photographs of the Travelers and their light ships. And to this day, she still connects with them. I want to offer a wonderful, warm welcome to my guest today, Brenda Seldin. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. One of the things I'd like for people to understand is that think about ETs as human beings. Mm-hmm. There's a spectrum. You have to get to know them. You can't just say to yourself, oh, you're an ET. You must be wise beyond your years. You must hold me, you must want to be with me and do things that are for my best and highest good. Maybe yes, maybe no. So the first thing that I did was actually, I made this space and I just said to them, we need to talk. I need to know who you are. I need to know your intentions. And it took me many months before I said, okay, I'll work with you. And in the meantime, during those months was a period in my life where I experienced so many UFO, well, nowadays they call it UAP, but so many flyovers of different kinds of craft. And it was kind of their way of just nudging me, come on, Brenda, come on, Brenda. So,
We're here. Come
I
on,
know,
look out the window.
I know.
So I think what you're saying with communicating with animals is it's more of a higher communication, sort of similar to humans, but it's all just love. Because I feel that animals, especially dogs, it's all about just being in the moment and being where the communication with the travelers is different. It's a different energy. Is that what I'm understanding?
There is a great love. For instance, one of the things that I want to share is that so they started coming to me in 2013. But in 2017 in March is when I started to take photographs of their energies, the light shifts, all kinds of phenomena. And within a few months after I started taking photographs, and they started to come, especially light shifts, my husband passed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, so I was alone in my home. I had a lot of support, but literally in my home, I was by myself most of the time. And it would be hard for me to go to sleep. So I would be up 1, 2 o'clock going outside, even if it was winter. And I would say to them, please come out, please keep me company. And the light shifts would always come.
Well, that explains why, because we did have a couple of glitches. I had to stop and I was like, what's going on? Because you're freezing and then this is coming and going. So now we know that it's like a crowded room and everybody wants to get in and listen.
Yeah, everybody's here supporting this. For some reason, this is very important in the spiritual world at this time, what we're doing together. So I feel like we're planting a seed.
Yes. Yes.
And then you're sending out this energy of discomfort, of weirdness, of insecurity. And I think that reaches the other person first so that they're receiving a message, something weird, something funny. I don't know if I like this. So by the time you say it, it's kind of like you set the scene. Now, I know that there are also people that have families or friends or even spouses that are just like, no how, no way. But you know what? You have to say to yourself, that's their problem. You don't have to make a big deal of it, but they have to know who you are. And once they do, that's it. It's not your job to convince them, but it is your job just to own your truth and to express that.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love that. And I think that's very important, because so many people do feel they are connected in so many ways, but they're unsure how to express it. And like you said, they already set the stage, when people, they want to explain to people, but they already have that fear, uncertainty.
You hold your own vibration and you go, you keep walking your path toward your goals and why, doing what you're meant to do here. It's a time of recalibration. So we have to see it. And honestly, I tell people I know the truth for myself and, for other people and for populations, for the planet, that as human beings, we have karma as a group. And so right now we're learning lessons the hard way because when we've had the opportunity to voluntarily learn it, we're like, no, having too much fun, spending too much money. So right now we're really learning it, and we're going to have to make big decisions as time goes by to really create a shift.
Well, there is. I mean, there's so many different things going on in different countries. I mean, even as we speak, I mean, this crazy hurricane in Jamaica, which, I think sometimes is worse than it actually is, because if people are actually live streaming, it can't be that bad. Because if it was that bad, you wouldn't be live streaming. They're live streaming. This is what it looks like. So I think it's interesting that those things are happening. And I'm not sure. I always feel like that happens for a reason, to share stuff with us, to kind of give us an insight. What do you think? Sure. When you and I first spoke, I remember, it was interesting because we were on that chat, and you kept feeling this little tickling behind your ear, and to a point, and then you messaged me and said, you said they are very excited that you're coming on here and that you're sharing about them. So is there a message from the travelers that you would like to share with humanity, or share on this platform at this time?
Yes. Okay. So they're saying, okay, there is a time of war. The people that are involved cannot be dissuaded, but the population shall rise and shall put a stop to it.
Oh,
And that is just what came through right this second. So I didn't prepare
wow.
for it. And
That's powerful.
I don't, I don't qualify. I always, when I'm asked, it's just, this is the message. But when I also give the messages, there's also a lot of surrounding energies that I also translate, that the energies are part of the message. And what I got is that right now humanity is rising because there are players where war profits them
Yes.
through power, through money. And what I'm getting is the people coming together and looking like a big fist and just slamming down on them and saying, no, enough is enough.
Wow.
We have to hold in our heart, I want a world of peace. I want a world of community, of love, and have that energy continue to radiate out. And that way we can connect. We can all connect when our energies are resonating, the energies of love and of peace. And so it's really important not to, when possible, fall into fear and just say, that's okay, I'm fearful, but this is what I want in the world, love. And so put what's happening to the side. I know I can get sucked into YouTube, like what's happening every moment kind of thing, and then have to turn it off and I go, nope, this is not what I want in the world. And I see myself like a big antenna just radiating love and peace.
I love that. Very good. Very powerful for everybody is listening. Yeah, it's about really asking for what you want, not what you don't want, right? So I love that.